I'll share some to you later, guys. All right? Too early. Okay, now my friend, let me ask you this: do any one of you guys, by any chance, remember any Mayan invention, guys? Like anything from the Mayan culture that come to your mind that you may remember?
2012.
Huh?
2012.
I barely hear you.
2012.
Oh, 2012. Did you guys hear that? Do you remember? I'm gonna let you know about that one. Yes, that's very true. Something else besides 2012 that you guys may remember? Anything, guys? Nobody know you. Don't be shy. Nothing.
Astrology?
Which one?
Astrology?
Calendar, you said?
Calendar? Yeah.
Well, now if you mention calendar, my friend, and let me tell you something. Have any one of you guys ever heard the word Kukulkan? Have you heard that word before, Kukulkan? Some of you guys, look. When we actually, guys, who was Kukulkan, by the way, in this culture? Kukulkan, my friends, was the Mayans' main god. Mayans' main god, it was Kukulkan. All right. So, what does Kukulkan means? Because Kukulkan is the only word. It has a meaning. And Kukulkan, in fact, are two Mayan words, which is Kukulkan. All right. So Kukul, it means feathers, and Kan, it means serpent. So Kukulkan, it means feather serpent. Mayans' main god and feather serpent. Guys, when we arrive at Chichen Itza today, right? When we get in the site, first temple that is going to be in front of us, it is known as the Kukulkan temple. It said that was built to worship their god. This is a temple, my friends, with 30 meters high, 55 meters wide, made by hand. In the front side of the temple, which is in the front today, we're going to see a huge snake heads made of stone about this big. That represents Kukulkan. But you know something? Today, we're only going to see the head of that snake. We're not going to see the body. My friends, the body can be seen only twice a year. I don't know if you guys, any one of you ever heard about it. But the body will be triangles of lights on one of the staircases of that temple. You know, that temple, guys, was built in a specific position that twice a year during the equinox, the sun will illuminate that staircase, specifically that staircase where that staircase is located. So what the sun will do, my friends, is create a triangle of lights on top of the temple. Just one triangle. Everything else in the temple, guys, will be shaded. But on top, there will be a triangle of light. Just one. You know, it's not something common because you only see it twice a year. Right? Let's say you guys stay there and go like, wow, there's a triangle of light on top. Are you guys stay there like watching? Suddenly, there's a second triangle now. There's a third one. There's a fourth. Those triangles of light will descend one by one. The sun will be creating that. Okay? Until those triangles of light are going to join to the head on the ground. So the snake head gets illuminated, plus triangles of light going all the way to the top that represents the body. You know, to the Mayan culture, guys, every time that Mayans, just to see that on March 21st, the meaning to the Mayans, it was their god, Kukulkan, the serpent, that descends slowly to fertilize their land. So that way this culture knew that it was time to plant, because rains will be coming soon. Let's get the land prepared. But that shade is not gonna stay there. It will. You guys are gonna sit for like 20 minutes, and it will go back. It will go up again and disappear. To see it again when? Until September 22nd, which is gonna be time to harvest. Even in actual times, my friends. So that temple, the Kukulkan temple that we guys will see today, is a huge Mayan solar calendar that usually the Mayans know when to plant and when to harvest. My friends, I don't know if you guys know this, but Mayan calendar, you know, was invented way before the Gregorian. Gregorian is the one that we use in actual times, which is a solar calendar. How many days calendar? 365. Is that right? What do we do every 4 years? We add 1 day. Is that right? The leap year. My friends, the Mayan was invented way before. It's a calendar that was made without technology, only with observation. But you know what? It is even more accurate than the Gregorian calendar that was used in the actual times. But my friends, there's a question here. And the question is, why did Mayans Why did this culture create the calendar so accurate? Reason is because their calendar just to rule their lives. You know, just to let them know, my friends, like when to do pretty much everything. And guys, that's different with those Gregorian. You know, because Gregorian calendar doesn't rule lives. It's alright. Example, my friends, look. What for do we choose our calendar in actual time? Like Gregorian. What for do we choose it? We choose it, my friends, mainly for this. If I'm wrong, let me know. But we choose our calendar example, like, you know, our birth dates. Is that right? Paycheck day. Right? When you guys go on vacation. When you get married. Or when you get divorced. Is that right? Like Gregorian. Correct? But the Mayan wasn't like that. You know, because the Mayan just to let them know when to plant. When to harvest. They used to go to work. And also predict people's personality according to today when they were born. Since you guys were born, this culture already knew your personality, your skills, your gift. Now, do you guys think that's possible? Like have an idea how someone's gonna be only because the day when that person was born? Is that possible? Guys, that was possible. Really. I know to some of you it's something hard to believe. But you know what? To the Mayans, that was possible. Like that advanced they were. And if you guys are wondering, Caesar, if that was possible to the Mayans, as you mentioned, like why did they choose to do that? Like why did they choose to observe that example? We don't do anymore. Guys, this country choose to observe the moon, the sun, and the stars. Because according to the Mayans, they rule on us. Now, let me ask you something. Do you example guys really believe that the moon rule on us? Do you guys think that really the moon rule on us? I have some believe that, yes. I have some beliefs. And actually, guys, if any one of you guys is related with the Asian, with the Indian culture, guy, you know, in ancient cultures, there is something up in India, guys. Every time there is a newborn, they check the face of the moon. And according to the face, it will be like the personality of the person, okay, and also even the first letters of the name that is related, if you guys ever hear about it. Mayan guys, something similar. You know, example, guys, let me ask you this. Do any one of you by any chance work in a hospital? Any one of you work in a hospital? You do? I do. Don't be shy. Okay, so guys, look, maybe you have observed something, but there is something very common, guys, that you can observe at a hospital during the full moon. You know, that gets really busy, like crazy. If you guys ever hear about it. Right? A lot of babies, by the way. Is that right? Example, guys, have you ever observed the ocean during the full moon? Have you guys observed the ocean during the full moon? High tides?
Yeah.
High tides. Every time's moon, high tides. Do you guys see there is an effect of the moon in the water? There is. Guys, our body now, how much water are we? 75%. Don't you also think there's an effect on us? Of course there is. And this is good, you guys. Observe that. Example, my friends, the sun. Do you actually believe that the sun rules on us as well? I have a strong belief that yes. And I'm going to ask you something, guys. Look, the sun, my friends, provides life to everything in the planet. Is that right? So, guys, without the sun, do you guys think that there will be life on Earth without the sun? No. What does that mean then? That the sun rules on us. And this could you guys know that. But the Mayans observe something else. What they observe is that this energy that we receive every single day is different. Have you guys done it? I'm gonna ask you, do you feel the same way every single day? We don't. There are some days that we step out of the house, it's a sunny day, and we guys go like, wow, what a beautiful feeling. You feel like recharged, like happy, like good mood, like positive. It's like if your friends goes like, are you okay? I don't know, I just feel great. How can I help you? You say yes to everything. Is that right? But the next day, you don't feel the same way. Is that right? But if you guys have observed this, how is the mood from people, my friends, who live in countries with tropical weather? Have you guys observed that? Is not people like more happy? Right? Now, I don't want to offend anyone here, okay? With all respect. But what about the people who live in countries where it rains a lot or it's snow? You know what I'm talking about, right? You guys go like, good morning. What a good morning. So what energy, guys? You really, when you guys have sunny day, even barbecues, it's to celebrate. Is that right? It's our energy, guys. But why do we feel different? Because every single day we're receiving a different energy. So that's why during the year, this is like cultural knowledge. That's why during the year, we have 2 solstices and 2 equinox. Did you know that? Example, guys, we have a solstice when the day is longer than the night. Did you know that?
Yeah.
After that solstice, what do we have? We have an equinox. But my friend, during the equinox, day and night will be equal. And after the equinox, what do we have? Another solstice. But you know what? The night will be longer than the day. Is that right? So guys, if any one of you observe, which is what Mayans did, where the sun comes out every single day, what you guys are going to find out? What you will find out will be this. During one of the solstices, you guys are going to observe that the sun will be coming out on that direction. But if you guys observe during the equinox, the sun will be coming out on this direction. And if you guys observe the other solstice, the sun will be coming out on that direction. So during the year, my friends, we have solstice, equinox, solstice, equinox, solstice. We have a movement during the year from south to north and goes back. You know, if you guys are wondering why, you know why? Guys, because rotation and translation. So if there is a movement like this during the year, what does that mean? Every single day we're receiving a different energy. This could you guys observe that. What do? Those patterns, Mayans mark them in their calendars. Because my friends, Mayan culture didn't have just one calendar like we do with the Gregorian, because that's the only one that we have. Mayans had a solar, of course, but they also had a lunar. And those calendars just run together. They were like synchronized. You know, something actually, guys, look, something pretty much like this. This is like to give an idea, but something like this, my friends. They had a lunar and they had a solar. Each one of them with their own patterns, right here, with their own patterns. These are their patterns. If you guys are wondering, hey Caesar, why patterns? Do you know why patterns? You may know this. Because patterns repeat. You know, patterns that we know in actual time, do you know how we call them? We call them seasons. I'm sure that most of you guys know the rainy season, the cold season. Guys, do they happen every year? We know what's coming, guys. Is that right? But these coaches went farther. So which is the colors right here running together, my friends, among them, they're just being in alignment right here. This alignment from calendars, it was every 52 years. To this alignment, the Mayans do it as a cycle. You know, if you guys are wondering why a cycle, do you know why? Because that's the way that Mayan culture uses time, cycles. And you know what, my friends? We don't see time in cycles. So if we don't see time in cycles, then what's the way we see time? You know, guys, the way we see time for us, like now, or perception about time, you know what? Is that time for us, my friends, is linear. Is that right? For us, time goes like this. But to the Mayan culture, guys, time didn't go like this. To the Mayan culture, time goes like this. You know, if you guys are wondering why to the Mayans time goes like this, well, because according to the Mayans, everything that happens once in the future, it will happen again. You know, and there's an example of that when we're babies. Do we need someone to look out for us? Do we need someone to feed us? Everybody, it's all right. So let's say that we are star cycle as a baby then. As a baby, we need someone to look out for us, we need someone that feeds us, and my friends, we follow our cycle then in the right way. Guys, in the future, we're going to make it at the same point when we get old. You know, we're going to need someone to look out for us again. Is that right? And this is everybody, my friend. This is like without exception. This is everybody. You know, as a baby's a stroller, old man wheelchair. As a babies, we have no memories. We get old, we lose our memories. Is that right? Everybody, guys. So that's a cycle. You know, the way that this goes, you guys just as dumb. And there's a cycle that is finished that you guys may remember. 2012, as you mentioned. Do you guys remember 2000? What's supposed to happen on 2012? End of the world. Is that right? You guys hear that? Did something happen? Nothing, guys. Here we are. Okay, I'm going to tell you what actually happened on 2012. So when you guys go back home, you can tell your friends. Okay, you can tell your friends, hey, I went to a trip on Chichen Itza. I was paying attention to the information, and I know what 2012 means now. Okay, guys, 2012, it wasn't the end of the world. Okay, it was just the end of a cycle in this culture, guys. You know, a cycle that the Mayans do with is a long cow cycle. Okay, how many year cycle? 5,125 years. Mayan Genesis, beginning of the time to the Mayan culture, guys, is not the same as ours. You know, do any one of you by any chance remember our Genesis in time? Look, our Genesis in time, you guys know our Genesis, you just don't remember. But our Genesis in time, my friends, is when Jesus was born. That's our Genesis. You know, that's why every time that we talk about time, what do we say? BC or AD? Is that right? Because that's our Genesis. Guys, but not the Mayan culture. Mayan culture Genesis, it was in year 3114 before Christ. So if they had a cycle of 5125 years, look, let me show you guys. This is like to make the count, but remember, okay, 3113, all right? That's the Mayan Genesis. If we go all the way to 2012, as was mentioned afterward, how many years are there? There are 5125 years. The long count cycle. You know, that the Mayans do it is Baktun number 12. Now, have any one of you guys ever heard the word Baktun? Or have you heard the word Katun? Some of you guys, look, which is the Mayan culture, guys, is split time the same way we did. Example, what was the way that we split time? We split time like this, and you guys know this one. Days, weeks, months, years, centuries. Is that right? We split time like that. Well, Mayan culture, my friends, did the same thing. But how do they call it? Mayans call it Baktun, Katun, Tun, Winal, and Kin. For us, 1 month is 30 days. Is that right?
Yeah.
To the Mayan culture, guys, to the Mayan culture, one Baktun, it's 144,000 days, which is 400 years. 1 Katun is 7,200 days, which is 20 years. 1 Tun is 360 days, which is 1 year. 1 Winal is 20 days, it's a Mayan month. And 1 Kin is 1 day. So everybody who were born before 2012, you are part of the Baktun number 12. But if you were born after 2012, you are part of the Baktun number 13. Yes, you are part of a new cycle, which is going to be another cycle of 5125 years that we're not going to see, so we don't have to talk about it. We're not going to make it anyway. All right. Now, have any one of you guys been at Tulum by any chance? Have you guys been at Tulum? You ladies, you guys, have you guys been there a long time ago or a couple of days ago?
Like just 2 days ago.
2 days back? What about you ladies? Did you guys go together? Without knowing you were in the same place, right? Okay, why did I ask them? If you guys are wondering, what is Tulum? Tulum, my friends, is a Mayan site located south from Cancun. Okay, it's very interesting. It's very interesting. It's actually, guys, it's smaller than Chichen Itza, and it's right in front of the ocean. Is that right? Right in front. It has a really nice view from the cliff. Right? Okay. Tulum used to be a trading port, which is this merchandise that this culture guys used to trade during that time, just to make it to Tulum by the ocean, and from Tulum bring it inland. Okay, reason why I ask about Tulum, reason is because of the meaning. Tulum, it means the walled city. That's the meaning, the walled city. There's a wall that's around the whole site. Do you guys remember that? Do you remember the wall? Like to access, you have to go like through a little tunnel. You know that if you guys work with someone, hey, you gotta watch your head, you know, because you can see all those stones. You guys remember that? Okay. Well, there is a wall that's around the whole site. You know what? At Chichen Itza today, before we access to the main plaza, it will be the same way. We're gonna have to go through part of a wall. So my friends, this culture, guys, it used to wall their cities. So the fact that they used to wall their cities created a question on our colleges. You know, and the question of course was, hey, why does Mayan choose to wall their cities? And there relies 2 reasons. One of them is protection, and the other one is classes division, guys.